Comfortability with yourself is something I think a lot of people struggle with. It's definitely something I struggled with. But I think it's because I didn't know who I was. I let these fears stop me because I didn't know who I was. I had these ideas that stopped me because I didn't know who I was. I let all these outside factors stop me from doing stuff I really wanted to do because I didn't know who I was. I was so afraid that I'd be judged, so afraid that I'd mess up in front of people. I was so embarrassed by the fact that I was failing. But to live like that is no way to live. I feel like it stops you from like living the way you want. Like truly, is this ugly, guys? I think I'm gonna use cobblestone. But it stops you from like living your authentic self, and that's like such a horrible way to live. You want to be yourself. I mean, some people just aren't. You're not gonna always like everyone. That's normal. But you don't have to. I feel like at all. It's not your job to like everyone, but it's your job to be yourself and be a good person. I feel like, and that helps when you know yourself. You're gonna be less judgy. I feel like hopefully I am now that I know who I am because like they're just people are just trying to do the best they can. Honestly, those people who are putting other people's down, like that's just because they don't know who they are. I've put plenty of people down in my past, but that's because there was some issue with me. It was always with me. It wasn't with the person. Like I was just projecting low key. I feel bad, like that was who I was, who I used to be, but that was because I'm not trying to justify it's wrong still, but I feel like a lot of us are in that state because we don't know who we are. We're judging all the time. We're like judging people who are themselves because we're not ourselves. We envy that. And I think you should take the time to really get to know you. It's not easy. It's not going to be easy because when you're getting to know yourself, you're going to have to like address some stuff that you may not want to address. Oh, this is nice. This is kind of a nice looking block. You think I should use it for my door, guys? It's supposed to be a hobbit hole, if you guys couldn't tell. Yo, look, this is kind of it's kind of ugly, but it's okay. It's kind of ugly. I'll figure it out at some point, but I just need a home because it's not cutting it no more. It's kind of a small home. I mean, it's a hobbit hole, but it's my first. It's my first little starter home. I haven't played Minecraft in forever, so this is okay with me. We'll improve it later on, but for this purpose, we're not. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of issues that I had to address that I still need to address at that time. New issues come up. That's normal. I hope so. Nothing's ever gonna be the right time to do something, so just do it now. Like you're gonna come to a point where you're not gonna have enough time. You're not gonna have time to do anything. You're gonna look back and be like, man, why didn't I do that? Why didn't I do this? And you're gonna be like, what was it all for? And it's because you were so afraid of being your authentic self and you let all these traumas that you had that stop you from just living a life worth living to your standards. I don't know. Everyone has a different description of what is a life worth living. And that's okay. Live the life that you want to live. Because that's all that matters. I mean, other people matter, but I'm talking about when it comes to yourself. You want to live the life that'll make you feel fulfilled, that'll make you filled with joy. Because, like, if you're just living and then you're just not liking the way you're living at the end of the day, like, what are you living for? Do that hard work. Address what is bugging you. Because the sooner you do that, the sooner you could be set free of that. You figure out who you are, you figure out what you want to do. And it makes life a lot easier when you're not second guessing yourself all the time. I don't like this cobblestone. But life is so much easier when you're not second guessing every decision you make, when you're so comfortable with yourself, that's what you want. And don't be afraid to get out there and get a little dirty, get a little hurt. It's normal. You can't live in a bubble your whole life. It's no way to live. You're living half baked. Nobody should be living half baked. It's no way to live. You have the power to change like any circumstance you're in. It's just how you look at it. You have the power in your brain to change it. You be like, oh, I'm enjoying the life I'm living, or like, this is how I want to live. Of course, circumstances, you're going to be like, I want to get out of this. But when you're knowing who you are, you're like, you could acknowledge that fact and you make the steps to get out of it. You don't have to be stagnant. If you're just, that's probably one of the worst things to be is stagnant. You always want to be facing these challenges, your internal challenges, because these are what allow you to grow and propel you forward. So do that hard work, figure yourself out so you could enjoy your life, live it the way you want to live it to the fullest, whatever the fullest is to you. I think, just do what you want to do within reason, of course. Can't be doing some crazy stuff, but live your life the way you want to live. People are always going to have something to say about the way you're living, the way you're acting, your character. That's usually because they don't know who they are either. They don't know who that authentic self is because they haven't looked in the mirror and addressed what they need to address. So go address it. Be yourself. There's so much life worth living. To experience, and it's like, why let things stop us? Why let that fear stop us? Because what? We're embarrassed. We think we're gonna get embarrassed. We're just gonna fail. That's okay. Those people aren't gonna remember. I mean, you're gonna remember, but that's okay. You're gonna forget. You could look back and you can just laugh at it, be like, "Oh yeah, I did do that. It was kind of silly." Nothing's wrong with a little bit of silliness. Like it really isn't, guys. Nah, you're gonna be able to see it. I need to replace that block with, I think, probably with this low key. What do you think? That's good enough for me. Fire. Do the hard work. It's the last thing I hate for you, for any of us, to be on our deathbed and be like, I didn't know who I was. I was so lost, and I regret so many things that I didn't do. I wish I would have taken more chances, more initiative, more risk. And you're on your deathbed and you can't. You're out of time. Do it while you have the time. Live your authentic self, whatever that is. It's okay to be afraid, but it's not okay to let that fear be a deciding factor on what you do. It could be whatever you make of it. It could be the best thing or the worst thing, but fear is not going away. Don't live the half baked life. Live it to the fullest, whatever it is to you. Like I said. Go out there, take a risk, go talk to that girl, go talk to that guy, go be yourself, be open. And I think you'll attract the people you want to attract when you're actually yourself. The right people will come along and see the work you're doing. They'll see what you're accomplishing and they'll want to be a part of it because they see it for themselves. You also got to be careful for like snakes, you got to use your own discernment with that. But, you'll attract the right people as well as the wrong people, so be cautious. But you'll know when they're the right people. You can't fake authenticity. It's really hard. I mean, you can, but it's really hard to just, fake being yourself. People will see that when you are, and other people who are themselves are going to want to join you. So just, do the groundwork, figure out who you are if you're lost, address the big elephant in the room. Because if you do enough thinking, you probably already know now, but you know what you got to do. So just do it, Don't live the half baked life. Hope you have a beautiful day. I love all you. See you guys soon. Bye.